Alright, so today's lesson is all focusing on what we did in class and going through in a little bit more and explaining that long division and the decision that we're going to make. The decisions that we have to make. We're going to look at two algorithms that go with long division, and like I said, you're going to choose the one that works best for you. So now let's start off with base 10 like we were doing it in class today. So we're looking at 135 divided by 4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my 4 groups in yellow. Now, when I look at this, I see that, well, I can't share that hundreds flat or that flat with those 4 groups. I can't share that among those 4 groups. So now I'm going to get rid of that, and then I'm going to exchange that for 10 rods. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now I'm going to exchange that. So now I exchange that one flat for 10 rods, and so I now have 13 rods or 13 tens altogether. So now I'm going to start sharing those out. And as I share them out, I'm going to cross them out to get rid of them to know that I used them. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So cross that one out, cross that one out. 5, 6, 7, 8. Cross out 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Then go through, cross them out. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I have 1 rod left. I can't share that within those 4 groups, so I'm going to exchange that for 10 units. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now I'm going to go through and I'm going to start sharing out my units. Or in this case, I'm going to be sharing out things that have a value of 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cross out 4 more. Then go through, cross out 1, 2, 3, 4. And so now I see that I have 3 left over. So what I have in each group is I have 33 in each group. Each group has 33. And then I have, we'll do this in another color, blue. I have 3 that are left over, which are going to be my remainder of 3. So now let's look at that with the long division algorithm and exactly what we did. So now, here on the sides, I'm going to make my hundreds, my tens, and my ones. So I'm going to start off with saying 4 times 100. If I can put 100 into each one of the 4 groups, well, that gives me 400. So I know that I can't do that. So I go to my tens. Remember when we made that exchange, we exchanged that 100 for 10 rods. Now, so here we do 4 times 30. That's 120, because that showed that when we exchanged that flat for rods, that we were able to put 3 into each group. So, and that has a value of 120. So now we subtract, we have 15. Remember when we made remember when we made that decision to exchange that 1 rod that we have left over for 10 units plus the 5 units we had, so we had 15 altogether. So now we went and said, well, now we have ones, we have units, so now we do 4 times 3, which is 12. That's as close as we can get to 15 by sharing those in those 4 groups. So that's 12. Oops, I forgot. Put my 3 here. And then I put another 3 here to represent the 3 ones that I shared in each group. So I subtract. That gives me a remainder of 3. So 33 remainder 3. And so that's my quotient. So now I go through, I check it. Remember, my first step is my quotient times my divisor. Second step is add my remainder. So 33 times 4, that's 12. Regroup that one. That's 132 plus 3 is 135. So now let's look at this another way, where we do something that's similar to the Big 7, just a little different. So now we get our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. We know that 4 times 100 isn't going to work. But if we do 4 times 30, we know that that's 120. So instead of putting a 3 in the tens place, we actually put 30, because that's the number we use when we put it into the 4 groups. So we multiply, that's 120. Then that gives us 15 left over. The next thing we did 4 times 3, which is 12. So here we put a 3 in the ones place. We add that, we multiply that across, that's 12. Subtract, that gives us 3. Then the only thing we do is we add up 30 and 3. And that gives us 33 with the remainder of 3. And so those are the two things. Like I said, I just wanted to go through and explain some more. And remember, this is just a view only, no notes. And then y'all are going to be watching the modified algorithms later on in the week. And that's the end of the lesson.